Two police officers in the South Shore are recovering after a well-being check took a violent turn. Marshfield police say a woman smashed a ceramic statue over one of the officers' heads. Boston 25 News reporter Bob Ward is live outside Marshfield PD. And Bob, the chief put up the photo of his bloody officer to raise awareness about what they face every day.
Yeah, that picture of the wounded officer is disturbing, and we're going to show that to you in just a moment. But the police chief here in Marshfield says he needs to show that because he wants people to understand what is going on in every community.
The mental health crisis that we're facing all across our country is one of the biggest problems that we have.
Marshfield Police Chief Philip Tavares tells me he is frustrated by the number of mental health related calls his department is facing, and one recent call in particular that left one of his officers badly hurt.
In the last 12 months, these are all the mental health calls that we've dealt with.
On the night of February 19th at 7:45, Marshfield police were called to this apartment building for a wellness check on 42-year-old Gina Martell, a woman police say they've had extensive contact with.
We've dealt with her 85 times since 2006 and 30 times just since June.
Chief Tavares tells me on February 19th, Martell was combative and aggressive towards the two police officers and the mental health clinician called to her apartment. One officer tried to tase her, but it did not slow her down. Instead, police say Martell broke an 8-inch ceramic statue over one officer's head.
The officer was bleeding severely from his head, coming down his face, in his eyes. He was dizzy. And the only thing he could think of was that she was going to go for his gun.
Eventually, the 5'9", 300-pound Martell was subdued without lethal force and sent to a hospital for treatment. Chief Tavares says this incident and so many others show that more mental health treatment is needed in our state.
Well, it doesn't discriminate. It's everywhere. It's people, and it affects everyone.
Gina Martell was sent to a hospital for treatment, but she's facing some very serious assault charges, and she has 4 open warrants against her, 3 here in Marshfield and 1 in Plymouth. Reporting live from Marshfield tonight, I'm Bob Ward for your local.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. Call Holayim La, Albanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakat, Quadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth. And that fearfulness and that trembling upon earth is not just, Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai bringing forth the judgment, sending Yahweh Shai to, completely annihilate this place. That fearful and that trembling is showing in the loss of controlling society, the loss of order. Okay, the people submitting to the subjection of the rulers, which the rulers are the nation of the Edomites, man, okay? You're seeing the power being diminished. You're seeing the that grip, that vice grip that they had on society being literally broken. Okay, you're seeing the disrespect, the complete not acknowledging, not giving reverence to order, to the laws, to jurisdiction. Okay. So again, 2nd Esdras chapter 15, starting off at verse 37, and there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is stirring the pot. He's causing a division, okay, in this captivity. He's causing a sedition among the civilians and the ones that hold a position of power in a society, man. Okay, whether it be in Congress or whether it be amongst the lower status, okay, of Esau's structure. Okay. I'm going to read this one more time. 2nd Esdras 15, starting off at verse 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them, because they have no more control. They have no more power. Okay, everything that's being orchestrated and done is of the will and pleasure of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and I bet everything in my pocket that the woman that did this to this cop is an Edomite. Okay, because as you heard them state and say that there was no lethal force happen to this woman, but you let the so-called black woman, Hispanic, Native or Seminole Indian woman do this to an Edomite cop. Hey man, it doesn't make a difference what type of position she has in the society, how good she looks, okay, what type of tricks she can do. She would have been put to death, man. And we damn well know, and verily sure that if this was an Israelite man, Judah on down to Issachar, that Israelite man would have been put to death. Okay? But again, this is also showing you, because look, no Israelite woman or man would get away with this, man. Okay? Period, man. This had to be done by an Edomite, so-called self-proclaimed white woman. All right? Period. And as you heard I don't know if he's a chief or whatever he may be, but he sits in a high seat. But you heard the guy say that was, speaking in the interview, you heard him say that they've dealt with this woman over 100 times, man. Okay? So let's continue, because the Lord is, causing that division, man. Esau none of this stuff would happen 40, 50, 60 years ago, man. Okay, Esau's, losing power, man. This is Isaiah chapter 19, and Koholayim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash, that this was done to this devil. Koholayim La, Abanawi Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash, that this was done to this devil. Okay, because little do you know, and I've done a lesson on this probably like 2 years ago, dealing with the police. The police is nothing but the upgraded slave patrol. Okay, that's how they brought forth the police, was elevated and grafted and what is that word I'm looking for? Modified it from the slave patrol. Okay, they modified and added more stuff to the police from the slave patrol. Okay. But let's continue. There's the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Do you hear that? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. Okay, because we know this woman that had a mental disorder, that's got the police called on her and everything else. What happened? What did she do? She fought against her brother. She fought against the police. Okay? She fought against authority. And as you old timers called the police the authorities. Okay? And we're going to keep on continuing to see more of these things. And as a matter of fact, I have a video that I'm going to do where you have the goddamn mailman. Okay, yes, you heard me. USPS Postal Service officer. Okay, if that's a correct term, but you have a postal worker fighting with a Jake, man. Okay, a mailman, the fucking mailman fighting a Jake, man. So again, Isaiah 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Let's grab that in the Good News Translation, because look, man, it's only going to progress. It's only going to get worse, man. Okay, it's only going to elevate. It's only going to be amplified in these days to come, man. Okay, so what you see right now, of course they can televise these things, but in the near future they're not going to be televised. They're going to be in front of your face. Okay, they're going to be in your apartment complex. Okay, they're going to be in your neighborhood, coming to a neighborhood near you, man. Okay, you're not going to be able to pick up the phone and dial 911, to tell this red monkey to come save you, man. Okay, so this is the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 2 in the Good News Translation. The Lord Yahweh says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother, neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other and rival kings will struggle for power. And again, as I stated, you're seeing that power that Esau has had for so long being taken away from him. And you're seeing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai causing that division, causing a civil unrest, causing uproars amongst the people. Okay, because all that stuff that you see in Haiti, all that stuff that you see in these other countries is coming to a neighborhood near you in Babylon the Great, aka America. As they say, America, the place with gold paved streets and sidewalks. Okay, very pretty soon, those streets that they say were paved with gold are going to be paved with blood, bodies, judgment, civil unrest, race wars, riots. Okay, people are going to be unruly. That love, that sympathy, that compassion, it's not going to exist. It's going to be ice cold, man. Okay. And that power that you Edomites, you think that you have, because again, they think that them bringing these things and these matters forth on Babylon, they think they're going to be in control of these things. No, it's the Lord doing this, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, when you try to bring the, when you try to resolve the situation and bring forth the, what's the word? It's right on the tip of my damn tongue, man. But you know what to say, when you try to resolve the matter and bring forth your new agenda. Okay, that's it. When you bring forth your new agenda and you're about to fill your belly, that's when the Lord's going to bring that judgment with Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay? But let's continue. Let's jump back to the book of 2nd Esdras, and let's go to chapter 5. And I'm going to read part of verse 9. 2nd Esdras chapter 5, verse 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Okay, so again, what you see, what you saw, and what you continue to see on this video is going to be nothing compared to what's going to happen in the very near future in the days to come, man. You're going to see friends, buddies, lifelong neighborhood friends, friends that you grew up with, destroying each other. Okay, you know, for the lack of bread, for the lack of certain necessities, carnal things that you desire in this life, man. Okay, because you know everybody in Babylon the Great is carnal, man. Nobody is spiritual but the men of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, of the hopeful elect that He has set up to, you know, Lord willing, be the elect, man. Those are the ones that you know don't take pleasure in carnal things, man. Because everybody has a covetous spirit here in Babylon the Great, man. Okay, so you know that comfort, that everything that you desire to have a stable and a life of relaxation. Okay, a life of of pleasing your flesh and having that lust, you know, that's going to be taken away from you, man. And that's also part of the plan with Esau's going to bring forth to make you suffer, to make you submit to him, to make you basically acknowledge and give reverence and give honor to him as your God. Okay, but in actual reality, it's all the plans of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to checkmate these heathens, these Edomites, and to bring forth their downfall, their destruction, their judgment, their recompense. Okay, so you're going to see friends fighting as if they were never friends. As a matter of fact, let's grab this. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, so that that long suffering, that mercy that the Lord was showing, and furthermore, that silence, the Lord not voicing his judgment, the Lord not bringing forth his wrath, is no more. Because the Lord, first and foremost, before the Lord starts to destroy a kingdom or rulership, what happens? What does he do? He sends forth his prophets. Jeremiah 28, verses 7 to 8. Okay, he warns the people and tells the people through his prophets that he's going to do this. He's going to bring forth that. You know, the comforts, everything that you've had in this life is going to pass away. It's going to vanish. So the Lord, man, the Lord is balanced and very, very considerate and very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Salakia. Very I can't think of it. Some tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. But the Lord warns, man. So, with him taking that away, man, he will no more show pity, man. Because right now you're getting shown pity. You're getting shown mercy by, taking heed to the prophets, man. And the only ones that can take heed to the prophets first and foremost are Israelites. And first and foremost are the predestinated, the ones that are chosen before the creation and foundation of the earth, man. Zechariah chapter 11 verse 6, for I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, but lo, I will deliver the men, everyone into his neighbor's hand. Okay? So, a friend against friend, neighbor against neighbor, kingdom against kingdom, city against city. Okay? This bringing forth, the destruction. Making it uncomfortable in society, man. Okay, and you women that run your mouth, that's so proud, so pompous, you ain't going to be running your mouth being proud and pompous, man. Okay? I will deliver the men, everyone into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. So look, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is letting you know that he's going to deliver you to the hands of the ill, wicked king, man, that shows no sympathy, no compassion, no mercy, no remorse, that's greedy. Okay? This man already has the world in the palm of his hands, but he wants more. He wants your soul. He wants to be able to know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, when you're defecating, when you're peeing, when you're busting a nut. He wants to know everything, man. So he thinks that he's gonna bring all this hell, but it's really Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai bringing forth that division. It's really Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that got everybody in a damn trick bag. Okay? Because also too in the book of Numbers chapter 35 verse 33 it says that the blood of him that sheddeth the blood of those that they killed has to be shed. So your people blood has to be shed too. Okay? And that's the starting of that process. All right? So let's jump to the book of Second Esdras. Let's jump back there real quick. I'm going to go to the chapter 15. Second Esdras chapter 15. I'm going to read this in the KJV first, and then I'm going to go to the Good News Translation. So this is Second Esdras chapter 15, starting off at verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So the modern day sword is actually the gun. But you're actually going to have people that have actual swords, machetes, pocket knives, etc., man. So anything that can bring forth deletion. Anything that can bring forth bloodshed. Okay, because again, Esau, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is going to bring forth an uncomfortable stage, an uncomfortable process to bring forth his agenda. So again, all your privileges, all your freedoms, all your liberties are going to be taken away from you. You won't be able to eat how you want to eat. You won't be able to do what you want to do. Okay, it's also going to be brought forth with martial law, civil unrest, riots, race wars, man. Okay, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they shall not regard their kings or princes guidelines. Okay, the judicial system, law enforcement. Okay, they shall not regard any of these things. They shall take a judgment into the palm of their hands, man. They shall be their own judges. They shall be their own deputies, sheriffs, policemen. Okay, they're not going to rely on the structure and the placement of the government no more. Okay? They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions. Okay, the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they shall bring forth their own judgment with their own hands. Okay? Period, man. They're not going to regard the order, again, of law enforcement, of the judicial system. They're not going to regard what the president says. They're not going to regard what the Senate says, the Senate House, or anybody that stands in Congress. They're not going to regard none of these things, man. Okay? They're basically, they're not going to regard the government, period, man. Any entity of power. So let's go to the Good News Translation of this. Second Esdras. This is in the Good News Translation. Second Esdras chapter 15. Second Esdras chapter 15. I'm going to start off at verse 14 again. The world and the people in it are doomed. The world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations, and that is not only going to be in the valley of Yahushua, which is the valley of judgment. Not only over there in the so-called Middle East, which is if I'm not thinking Asia, the land of Asia. Okay, it's going to be here too in Babylon the Great. Okay, those nations against nation is also referring to here in Babylon the Great. Verse 16. There will be a great political turmoil. Do you hear that? There will be a great political turmoil. Okay, and we're seeing that turmoil politically happening now. Okay, you see the government for the last 5 years, or maybe even longer than that, every time they're about to shut down, they devise some type of crafty wickedness to keep the government open. Okay, but it's going to come a time in the very future near that the government is going to shut down. Okay, but they keep on devising some type of a short-term agenda plan to keep the government open and to keep it flowing. Okay, and you're going to see, and mainly, we might not have an election this year, man. Okay, we might not have an election, and you also see, our government giving all this currency, all these funds to Ukraine, to Israel, to all these other countries, billions of dollars, man. Okay, and you see hyperinflation continuing to increase in the grocery store, in gas, in rent. Everything is increasing right now. Okay, because one of the agendas is to destroy the dollar and to bring forth chaos, man. Once they destroy that dollar, chaos is going to be brought forth. Okay, a loaf of bread will probably cost $500. A gallon of milk will probably cost $1,000. And I'm not being, hypocritical. I'm being serious. Verse 16. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control. So you're going to have citizens, okay, attempting to, form different groups, man. Well, it's like that attempting is going to happen. You're going to have people, civilians, form other groups and to, basically, to create their own power structure, man. To overturn the government, to overturn, those that sit in a higher seat of power. With one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. Okay, while ignoring the legitimate government, and that's what's going to happen, man. Okay, these stupid ass Americans are finally going to realize when all hell breaks loose, and after all the government has done and they face over and over again, they're finally going to realize that your government ain't for you. The government's supposed to work for you, not against you, man. Okay, and that word government goes into mind control. Okay, now let's close out here. The points made. Let's just close out here. Matter of fact, in the Good News Translation, I'm going to read this in the Good News Translation. This is the book of St. Mark, chapter 3, in the Good News Translation. I'm going to start off at verse 24. If a country divides itself into groups which fight, okay, if a country divides itself into groups which fight each other, that country will fall apart. Okay, and this is not going to happen. It's already happening. You already have the division amongst the Edomites. At one point in life, these red monkeys, okay, these thin-lipped savages, was always sticking together, even when they were shown to be wrong in society. broadcast on television, okay, TV, even when they were broadcast, they always stuck together. Even when they were shown to be wicked, evil, and wrong, they always stuck together. And now that is not so. Okay, you have Edomite men and Edomite women, spoiling the secrets. Okay, telling the agendas, doing all this stuff, man. So that division is here now. Okay, but that division is going to elevate to actual, swords, guns, etc., man. Anything that can shed blood. If a country divides itself into groups which fight each other, that country will fall apart. If a family divides itself into groups, okay, which is mainly the Edomites, because the Edomites control and run everything, okay, because just like you have 12 tribes, 12 nations in the nation of Israel, you also have different tribes in the nation of the Edomites, okay? And again, they were always together. They stuck together in everything, and now they're completely divided, man. If a country divides it, if family divides itself into groups, which fight each other, that family will fall apart. So if Satan's kingdom divides into groups, it cannot last, but will fall apart and come to an end. And my brothers and sisters, my Aki and Wa Akwaf, that is what we're that is what's being shown right before our eyes, is the division, the downfall of our enemies, our adversaries, our captors right now before our eyes. This is a beautiful time to be alive, to witness history in the making. In the making. Okay? Call Layimla Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. Edomites doing this to Edomites, man. It's only going to get worse. So Adawan Ratazah, I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Koho Layimla, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekat Kwadash, Watha Wada, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekat Kwadash, for putting the spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. Adawan Ratazah, until the next one. So with that, I just want to say, Shalom.